Hey guys, it's Andrew from Geek Hound Reviews here. By the time you watch this, yesterday will be New Comic Book Day, and I really just wanted to kind of get an idea of what everybody's reading, what everybody picked up, and this video will just show you what I picked up today and what I thought of the books, because I have read them all now. Alright, so, spoiler alert. There will be some general discussion about what was in each book, and if you have not yet read them and want to stay surprised, stop watching right now. So the first book I picked up was The Amazing Spider-Man issue 13, part 5 of the Spider-Verse line. And now I know that was last week's comic, but somehow it slipped by me, and I picked it up today. This part of the Spider-Verse story takes us to a universe where Uncle Ben is actually Spider-Man, and as you can see, Peter wants to go and see these spiders. Uncle Ben takes him, and Uncle Ben gets bitten by the radioactive spider. And they've been kind enough to throw in some of the older style of comic drawing, kind of replace the original story. So I thought that was pretty cool. I just wanted to throw this in here because I really like what they're doing with Spider-Gwen, and if you're following Marvel Comics at all, you probably know that next month Spider-Gwen is getting her own comic. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. They have this one Spider-Man that sort of almost breaks the fourth wall, mentioning that he is like an echo of Spider-Man and is expendable. Now, he's reassured by one of the other Spider-Men that he is not, and he could be the original, and who's to say, etc., etc., but I really feel that he is saying what everyone is thinking. All of these other Spider-Men are offshoots of the original Spider-Man. I threw this clip in here just because a lot of people give a lot of grief to multiverse sort of comic book writing, but I think it opens things up for really cool stuff like this Goblin Army. And even Uncle Ben is talking about, at one point, his version of the Green Goblin. I believe he called it the Emerald Elf, who, in his storyline, kills Peter and Aunt May, and actually discourages him from becoming Spider-Man, and he stops pursuing it. Leads to a nuclear holocaust caused by Dr. Octopus, but that's neither here nor there with my point of the really cool stuff we can get, like an army of Spider-Men and an army of Green Goblins. For me, this was probably the biggest, most important frame of the whole book. Spider-Man giving Uncle Ben the "with great power comes great responsibility" speech. Because this version of Uncle Ben literally has gone in the opposite direction. He's got the power and he's dropped all responsibility. Here we've got the last page with all the Spider-Men lined up, including Uncle Ben, who is now suited up. And I thought it was just kind of cool that they tacked that little Spider-Ham kind of has the last word that nailed it. Really serious moment for a character who I'm pretty sure is just parody for a old Marvel parody offshoot. Up next we've got issue 41 of Deadpool. There's an early clip here. It's got Deadpool saying that he's not feeling like Mexican, and then he says it's just a funk. But anybody who knows Deadpool did not need him to say that he's in a funk when he's not eating Mexican. As usual, Deadpool is just another fun book to read. I'm not really going to give anything away about the story on this one, because there wasn't a lot to the story, it was just fun. But I did want to show this clip, because in their own way they're breaking the fourth wall. They've got pictures of X-Men, and I believe one of Black Widow. In the back, the pinup girls, there's Rogue, Storm, and I'm sure that's Black Widow down there. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Up next is number 1 of the Uncanny Avengers, the new volume of the Uncanny Avengers. This is post X-Men vs. Avengers, and all the flipping is done, but Sabretooth still is full of remorse, etc. Pretty interesting. They're in the world that's on the other side of the sun, and yeah. So this wasn't quite explained any further than what I'm showing you here, but Vision kind of enters this world and actually mentions at one point, I'm pretty sure, that he and Ultron are the only things that are technologically advanced enough to exist in a place like this. And then he runs into this woman-ish sentient android, something or other. It seems like she would be his opposite or what have you, but clearly here she's implying that they are some sort of a couple or procreated. There seems to be some family picture with Vision and this female robot android. It's a female version of Vision, essentially, but yeah, it's not really clear who she is. But I think the implication is that they have a history. I just threw this one in because it really reminded me of the blue crystal meth on Breaking Bad. A very Walter White moment, and the gentleman that is spoon-feeding this blue stuff, which he tells Rogue is applesauce, into her mouth, appears to be a bald guy with a goatee. So, anyway, there's that. That's it for the Uncanny Avengers, though. Alright, this is one of 2 that I was really looking forward to today, that came out this week. This is Munchkin number 1. I'm not sure how many of you are Munchkin fans. It's a pretty popular game. It is one of my favorite games. Actually came in 3rd place at the Toronto Fan Expo in a Munchkin tournament. Anyway, not bragging, I just really, really enjoy Munchkin. I bought 2 copies of this. The book was pretty cool. Not exactly what I expected. I thought it would be more like a story that they built around Spike. I've been waiting for something like that. Anyway, it did come with a card, a go up a level card, but I don't see anything at this point that is exclusive to the owner of the comic book, which usually comes along with owning a piece of Munchkin merchandise. So, I'll keep my eyes peeled. Comment below if you know something that I don't. Up next was kind of the big one for me. It is the face-off between Thor, the female Thor, the new Thor, and the old Thor, Odin's son, after he comes back from losing his arm to Malekith. Almost immediately we see a pretty messed up, discombobulated Thor waking up and not at all realizing that he has one arm, no Mjolnir. Mjolnir is missing, and his mother is missing. So he's a pretty aggravated guy. Here we have Screwbeard coming in, son of no ears, son of head wound, and he has come having forged Thor a new arm out of the same star that forged Mjolnir. So essentially his arm is going to be like a weapon. Here, Thor Odinson has asked the female Thor essentially who she is, and we still don't know. And he asked, because his mother's missing, if she was his mother, and then she kisses him like she is in this picture here. Asks if he still thinks that she's his mother, and he says something like, "I certainly hope not." So this is post fight with her. I'll leave the fighting out of this video. You guys should go and check it out. Go check out the book. I definitely recommend reading it. Here we see that Thor is accepting that she is worthy of the power of Thor. He has relinquished the name Thor. He says he'll still be the Odin's son, but to no longer call him Thor. That she is the new Thor. But nobody knows who she is. We have the last frame where she's flying away, and somebody says, I believe it's Thor, but I look forward to finding out. Meaning I don't know who she is, but I look forward to finding out who she is. So, really, again, just saying what we're all thinking. We would all like to know who she is. Yeah, let me know who you think it is. I'd love to know what everybody thinks. Because Red Hulk, some people guessed it was Thunderbolt Ross, and they didn't make that very obvious. This Thor obviously has some connection to the other Thor, and for whatever reason can't tell him her true identity. But yeah, let me know what you think. I want to know what everybody thinks. Who is she? Alright, that's it for me. Comment below, let me know what you picked up this week. I'd love to know what everybody's reading. And what do you think about what I'm reading? Who do you think the new Thor is? Yeah. So, check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Facebook. All the links will be below. And like this video if you like this video. And please subscribe. Alright. Good night, true believers.